I'm just so honored that I don't really have to talk a lot because you got to see the work, right? I think that there's no better words than the action. And it's all my life, it's been about action, and that's because of one arts teacher. And I was 9 years old. I'll tell you my biography real fast, not because I want to, but because I think it's relevant to the next person coming in. I was 9 years old. My dad was in the army. I went to live with him in Hawaii. I'm from Vega Alta, Puerto Rico. I only know EPA. I didn't know how to speak Spanish at that time. I was in 5th grade and I got lost, literally lost. My grades went from A to F's and D's. I even got bad grades in the way I was wearing my clothes to go to school. And I tell you this not because I pity myself at all, but because when I came back to Puerto Rico, I found arts. And I found a theater teacher that said, stand up, raise your head, speak this line, do this dance step. And it gave me the confidence that I had lost when I was 9 years old. Imagine yourself at 9 years old thinking that the world is, oh, Disney, whatever it is, making, you know, this beautiful ideas we have as a child, and all of a sudden, boom, your life experience at that year breaks everything. And there's a teacher there to hold your hands. And yes, math are important, science are important, you know, social studies are important, everything is important. But art gave me confidence in myself. Art gave me a voice. Art made me believe that I was worthy of something. And so, pass the page, years later, now I have the privilege and the opportunity to represent Puerto Rico, to speak my language, to share the same dance steps that I learned when I was in 5th grade with that teacher on Broadway stages. I was part of the original creative team of In the Heights, the musical that now we mostly know Hamilton because of Lin-Manuel Miranda. That passed the page to On Your Feet, Rocky the musical next to Sylvester Stallone. I just came from Germany from, you know, directing and choreographing for Cirque du Soleil. And all of that because one teacher one day believed that I had the potential to do something. And I'll tell you even further. There was this one day that I had to do a poem, and I, you know, thought I knew the answers. You're in public school, it doesn't matter. And I didn't know my poem. I didn't study my poem, so I thought. And the teacher stands up and is like, why are you so afraid? And he gets up, it's really, really thorough, and like in front of me says, give me that paper. Breaks the paper and says, speak, which I do to this guy there, right? Speak! Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. And all of a sudden, when he says speak, I was able to say the poem by memory. Wow. The faith and the trust that I did not have in myself, that teacher had in me, and it changed my life forever. It opened the doors to everything I have accomplished. I have a son now, I have a wife now, I bought my mom's car, because I am an artist. That's the other thing, that people say, you know, arts doesn't pay. Everything I've done in my life, I've done thanks and through the arts. And the support you give Palace Theater and Mike and Carol Bryan and everybody that makes educational programs here possible, I take my hat to all of you guys. Because you're opening the doors, not the doors, the highway of opportunities to people like Tiy, who will be speaking in the next few minutes. And that when I see his story, when I listen to his words, when we see day one of our program, they come in here not daring to speak, not daring to sing, not daring to dance, and they end up after 7 days or 14 days dancing, singing, acting like you saw today. It changed the world. It changed the world for the rest of their life. It changed their world. And so enough about my story, because I'm already old. The new generation, the people that we open the doors for the next story to stand in this podium and speak about their journey is the people that you're supporting today. And so Tiy, please, let's welcome him with a big round of applause.
Good evening. My name is Tiy Hargrove, and I would like to thank you all for allowing me to share with you the impact that the Palace Theater and arts education have made on my life. Not so long ago, my confidence was shattered. I was scared of school. I was tormented and bullied daily. Rejection was trending in my life. My mother and I became homeless. Some nights we even slept at the train station, but my education and the arts were my only outlet. I'm a part of the great Rockwell Dance Center. Our performance at Dance Fest was my introduction to the Magical Palace Theater. I was then invited to participate in the Palace playwriting program, and it rocked. Miss Carol and Mike Morin arranged a meet and greet for me with Jay Leno, a Make-A-Wish moment for me. Next, I was included in the Triple Threat workshops over the summer. The staff was brilliant. The Palace Theater provides a safe educational climate to allow my confidence to soar. I want to thank my mother, my grandmother, Mr. John, RDC, field educators, and last but not least, the illustrious Palace Theater, Stanford, for helping me realize I'm not a prince of mediocrity. I'm a king of my own success. Thank you all.